Hello. A lot of people ask us, should I buy a rotary tumbler or should I buy a vibratory tumbler? I'd like to explain a few things about these two machines and how they work and the differences in the types of rocks that they produce, and that should help you make a better decision in which type of tumbler to buy. The rotary tumbler. You put the rocks in a barrel, and that barrel slowly rotates on the machine. While it's rotating, the rocks in that barrel are rolling. And while they're rolling, the edges are being knocked off, they're becoming rounded, and they're being worn smooth. So the rocks that are produced in a rotary tumbler are going to be rounded. In a vibratory tumbler, instead of slowly rotating, it's very rapidly shaking. And the rocks inside, instead of rolling, they are rubbing against one another. So the rocks in the vibratory tumbler do not change shape very much. They stay close to the same shape as when you put them in. Let's zoom in and take a closer look at the rocks. These are rocks produced by the rotary tumbler. Notice how they've been rounded. They have a nice rounded shape. These rocks over here have been produced by the vibratory tumbler, and instead of being rolled, they've just been rubbed against one another, and they've retained their angular shape. So in a vibratory tumbler, whatever shape the rocks are when you put them in, they're not going to change very much. But in a rotary tumbler, the rocks are going to move towards a more rounded shape. You can have the best of both worlds. What you can do is tumble step 1, the coarse grind step, in a rotary tumbler. That will produce nicely rounded rocks in about 1 week. Then you can do steps 2, 3, and 4 in a vibratory tumbler. Those will only take about 2 days each. So instead of going 1 month in a rotary tumbler, you can have it done in less than 2 weeks. That will save time. It'll also save electricity because you'll be running your tumbler only a couple weeks instead of 4, and it'll also save you on grit and polish because a vibratory tumbler uses a lot less grit and polish, maybe half or less as much as the rotary tumbler. And that way you can have the nicely rounded stones that a rotary tumbler produces in a fraction amount of time and also at a cost savings.